I apologize, guys, first and foremost, because I'm having like Zoom audio issues here at the home studio because technology. But before we jump into the tour, which, obviously is a gigantic exclamation point and the reason we're talking, gentlemen, we have a situation tonight at 8:08. It's the first pitch of the wild card game, and I need to know your thoughts as the Yankees come back to Boston to try to do whatever they think they can do to try to thwart the Red Sox and their opportunity at greatness once again. Thoughts, gentlemen?
Go Sox.
What will the score be tonight?
Red Sox win, man. Red Sox win.
We win. Hopefully, I'd like to, the last one-game playoff was when that, Bucky Dent, the home run, which happened in the 7th inning. It wasn't that exciting, but, I think let's have some heroics. Let's have some late minute, instead of like blowing them out, I want to win it in grand fashion, so we'll remember this win.
Yes, I completely agree, and I have to tell you that since my daughter is a freshman at Emerson now, I've been spending time in your home city. And while I never lived in Boston, being up there, is incredible. I did not realize just how great Boston was in my 40-something years of life. So congratulations to you guys for coming from one of the greatest cities on the planet that I've just recently discovered. And, her mom's family's up there in Waltham and stuff, and that's why she kind of wanted to go up to Emerson and going to see a real baseball game in that stadium, seeing that contemporary art museum. Oh, my God, Boston, I can't wait to go for Parents Weekend. And the food. Oh, my God. Hey, Rudy. Oh.
You know what? People talk about the food in Boston, man. Like people that have lived in all over the country, they come and talk about the food. It's really cool to hear. It's really cool to hear. Yeah. But, thanks, man. Boston, we love Boston, obviously. We've always stood behind our city, and our city has always stood behind us. So we're proud Bostonian.
As we get into talking about the tour with Danny and Joey McIntyre and Jordan, I wanted to say thank you guys, first of all, for your music and for your art. You guys have managed to capture this lightning in a bottle, and you've never let it go. What has been the secret to your success? Because so many people that came up when you guys did have, gone off to do other things. They've fallen off the wayside. We don't even know where they are anymore. Yet you guys have endured. What is the secret?
It's definitely the fans. I mean, their love for us when they were young carried over till we got back together in 2008. So it's definitely them. They're the driving force behind everything we do, and we couldn't do it without them. So our relationship with our fans is very special. We don't view them as fans. It's more like family.
Right. And I think that that's the reason for your strength and your success is that these fans that might have done the crazy things like try to figure out where your hotel rooms were back in the day, now they've kind of grown up and they come to you guys to escape. And as a guy, personally, a single guy, I can tell you that I also need to thank you for your tour because no single guy in their right mind would not be at a New Kids show. And this mixtape tour is just a gigantic exclamation point for that entire way of being. I mean, if you were single trying to meet somebody who might also be single like you and your same age persuasion, New Kids show's the way to go.
I've always thought that, man, since 2008, that our show would be a good place to meet, some single girls. So I'm lucky enough that I'm the single guy in the group. So
yeah,
maybe you come hang out with me.
I'm telling you, I'll bring the drinks. We don't even need to get into your writer room stash. Now, talking about the tour, speaking of the writer room, back in the day when you guys were younger, it was probably completely different than it is now. What goes into a typical Joey McIntyre writer request for the dressing room, or maybe you, Danny or Jordan?
Well, see, I am not the rock star that, in this category because I'm kind of a stickler. You know what I mean? I look at it and I go, we're wasting all this stuff. What are we doing? We don't need nachos every day. I'm really lame. But I think that, back in the day, you could eat a sleeve of Oreos and be fine and go on stage and rock the house. But it's mostly, protein shakes, which is mostly Danny. So Danny's got his blender and all the good stuff, the greens and the protein and, a couple of bananas. So we kind of every once in a while, oh, that tastes good. Let's try that. I mean, Danny's the consistent one in the group as far as health and eating the right things. And then everybody else kind of hangs on for, 2 months.
I feel like the rider hasn't changed much. It was like back then it was like peanut butter and jelly. Now it's still peanut butter and jelly.
That's true.
Like, yeah.
I think he was trying to ask if there's anything interesting on there, and we don't have anything. There's nothing fancy. There's nothing that you can't buy at Target or something. I mean, we don't have
the pink M&Ms, and the white grapes and the
right.
That whole thing.
The Van Halen rider does not exist for the new kids.
There's no booze, I don't think.
No ice sculptures in the form of different body parts. Nothing like that.
Well, you guys have you've managed to put together an incredible tour. This incarnation of the mixtape. I mean, Rick Astley alone and the others, Salt-N-PEPA. And tell me how this came together. And when you guys as a band start to talk about touring again, look, it's not easy to tour, and it doesn't get any easier to tour after. I mean, you guys have been doing this for a hot minute. So, what's that conversation like, and how do you choose to go on the road with you?
I think we try to focus on giving the fans an amazing night, is the main focus. And we've done that in years past with like Paula Abdul and Boyz II Men. And then we did it on the last mixtape tour. So it's just trying to, have that progress and, make it better and give the fans more for their money. They're working hard, and especially, coming out of this pandemic, they're probably thinking about how they're going to spend their money, which shows they're going to go to. And we want to give them more. So obviously we wanted to work with Salt-N-PEPA again because they're like the perfect fit for our fans. They love them. It just worked so well on the last tour, and now it'll be 3 years by the time we get back on stage. So why not do it again? And then if you add EnVogue, they can sing What a Man together, and they've never toured together. We didn't even know that till we did press with them.
I know.
They've never toured together. And then you add Rick Astley, and that's like the icing on the cake. It's like, he's just universal. I mean, that song, the whole arena is going to be singing every word to Never Gonna Give You Up. So
big
it's
time.
The ultimate Rick roll. Now, are we going to hear any solo stuff, Jordan?
Filler?
Yeah, are we going to hear any
solo?
Solo? No. And as far as like filler, the good thing about this tour is that the good thing about doing a mixtape tour is that there's no fillers, and you have all these great acts with humongous hits. So that's the just beauty of the mixtape tour, is that there's going to be no fillers. Like, it is hit after hit after hit after hit. It just won't stop. So that's what makes it so exciting for us and the fans, especially the fans. They're going to hear all the songs that they grew up with.
Yeah, nonstop hits, and it's going to be worth every penny. Tickets go on sale Friday. We can't wait to see you in Salt Lake. You're wrapping up the tour in D.C. Can I ask you this question? And this is maybe really inside stuff, but do you guys go to rehearse for this tour, like at a place like Rock Lidditz? Where do you guys go to put this whole thing together? Because it can't just happen overnight.
Well, what we do is we usually, the new kids will either probably rehearse I have a feeling Donnie's in Chicago, and I think he's going to get us to Chicago to rehearse before this tour. But then what you do is you have a few nights in the arena. We start in Cincinnati, so you have a few nights in the arena, and it's hectic, and you go, for 3 days straight, and with all these acts, you're going to have every act, have their time and all that stuff. But it's that grind, before the tour, and, listen, it's very exciting. So it's not a job. It's like what we love to do. And all these groups are just ready to work and ready to make the night amazing.
Well, I've already been asked to secure tickets by my significant other, so I want to thank you guys in advance for what's going to be an incredible night out. I know that I'll be wearing sunglasses in the venue because I don't want to be caught looking around at all the other people. We're not engaged and we're not married. I'm not saying I'm going to stray, but it's a new kids show, and I'm a guy. But in all kidding aside, I wanted to say thank you guys. You have given us so many songs, so many hits, and you really have managed to reinvent yourself at every turn. And this tour is going to be yet another exclamation point for you. Somewhere, our mutual friend Tommy Page is looking down, smiling, because you guys are living the dream, and that's what it's all about. The legacy that you guys continue to build is just incredible. So thank you for this time today. Congratulations on another tour. My best to you and your families, and please stay healthy as you hit the road, because you never know with these COVIDs these days.
Thanks, man.
We'll be good.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for all the compliments and the time.
Well, you've earned them, and thank you for the time today, guys. Gentlemen, thank you. New Kids on Tour, the Mixtape Tour. Go get tickets. Need details? Get to the website right now. We've got the links so you can go buy them. And we're clear. Thanks, gentlemen.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you, man.
All right, guys. Take care. Premier team, thank you very much, everyone.
Take care, Toby.